Okay, good morning, SPX, high of year, Rippy. What's going on? I think I made C presenter. There you go. Okay, beast numbers, Sam, things that go boom, people that don't know what they're doing, how far do we go, blue sky breakouts, a lot of things running, charts don't work, get smarter, learn to manage your account, don't get silly. Very straightforward stuff. Okay, where do we start? Let's start with Tesla. Why did Tesla go up? People didn't understand this. Look at Caterpillar's taking off. That means Boeing's going to go too. Okay, so Tesla, Steve?
Yeah, no, I'm doing it.
Why did Tesla take off? Two reasons. One is because if it came back to where it was going to go, because if bad news doesn't destroy it, it goes higher. Very straightforward, right? Okay? We understand that. But here's the thing. If Tilray can go and do what it's doing, and he's back to 250, let me tell you, if Tilray takes out 320, it's going to be 400 so fast, it's going to make your head spin. Okay? But now Tesla took out, this thing can go 306, 311, and we're in the 307.50s. They're going to do great. And it can go to 316, 321, and it could happen today. Why? Because what's possible, not what's probable, what's possible. The SEC and the Fed just asked for information. They asked for information from Amazon. They asked for information from everybody. Okay? If they come out and say, we're happy with the information, it's done, the Fed will not announce that. They will never announce that. But Tesla will. And that day, Tesla opens up 40 to 60 points. It will be a squeeze unlike anything you've seen in Tesla. And the risk to all the shorts is to 370. That's why people are covering. They're saying, wait a second, we got this big news, and it only dropped 20, but I could lose 50. Okay. Netflix. Now, did you F up Netflix yesterday? Or did you do what Sam did? Because Sam, he of genius fame. Look, I have told you 25 times how monstrous 376 is. It needs to close through. I don't care if it gets to 381. It needs to close through, and then it's going to be 391, 400 fast. Never closed through. It got through at the open, but the first 1 point that it ticked down, Sam sold them. Sam had 400. 400. Wow. And you had time. I mean, they were at 10. I put in orders at 930. They were trading at 970. So 40 cents on 400, Steve. Can you do math? Is Steve a math genius? Maybe. I don't know. 40 cents times 400 is $16,000. I am willing to take $16,000 less to just get me out. Now, how does Steve trade? I don't know. Maybe Steve tries to take what they give him. Does he take the middle? But I got a message yesterday, Sam, I tried to get 970, and then by the time I changed it, it was 930, and by the time I changed it, it was 850, and by the time I changed it 5 times, it was $6. Sam, and he didn't tell me how many he was doing, but he's trying to sell an option and get what they're giving him. In a market that's moving, you can't do that. You can't do that. You take less, and if that's not good enough for you, don't trade it. Don't trade it. Same thing on the upside. If you're trying to buy something and it's 1 to 150, and the stock is moving a point at a time, 2 points, every minute like a booking, he's not going to middle you. If the stock's not moving, you got a chance. Tesla's going to blow up today. We may have another grand slam here. But this is trading 101. And lots of you people that make mistakes, Barbara is saying she sold at $15.70. Very nice on Netflix. This is the mistakes you guys make. Because you cheapen out. I know people, Boeing, if you're trying to get out of Boeing and it's dropping, it's at 350 to 380 and you're like, okay, I can get 360. And then you can't get 350, and then you can't get 330, and then at $3, I mean, this has happened to me many, many years ago. It doesn't happen to me anymore. Then you say, oh shit, I can't get 330. It's at $3. Well, screw that. I'm not going to take 3. It was just 350. And in 10 minutes, it's 2. And then it never gets back to 3 for the next 2 days, and you lose everything because you wanted 20 cents or 30 cents. I'm telling you. If you want out, put it in under the price. I pretty much, if something is not moving, it's different. But pretty much, I never put in a price at the bid or the ask. I'm never there. I'm a minimum 10 cents underneath it. If I'm trying to get out of booking, I'm 50 cents to $1 underneath it. Wow. If I'm doing 100 contracts, I'm taking $10,000 less. Because I know if he takes the stock down 2 in a minute, he's going to take the bid down $1.50. And you're not going to get filled. Do you want to get filled? That's up to you. Okay? Okay. So Netflix. Today, very straightforward. Back to Net. I have told you Netflix may pop. If it pops 372, it's going to go right back to 376. I mean fast. And it may stay there. And if the market rolls over, it's going to drop 10. Every single time Netflix hits it, it drops 10. It doesn't drop 2. It drops 10. The time it closes over, the next day it's going to rip 20. Very straightforward. Can it get through? See, Steve's chart, this is one of the problems with charts in Steve's chart. This doesn't show anything about 376. There's nothing there. You can go on 100 charts and you can't find this number. You can't find it. Some people tell you 377, 370. It's 376. It's that simple. This is so precise. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with Steve's charts. It's just this is why Sam is better. Okay?
Are you looking at my chart? Are you looking at my chart?
Yeah. Yeah. It shows. I mean, if I'm looking at your charts and if I know how to read charts, and I probably don't, I would, if I looked at this chart, I would say a breakout number would be 378. There's nothing there at 376. You would say 376.67 because of that regression line, but I don't think that's so. Okay. Okay. So let's continue. Keep going. Okay. So that's trading. Boeing went way up. We had the 367.50s. If you sold those, you did great. The 370s take up. This is a blue sky breakout. This is a ripper. If this takes out 372 today, it's gone. It's gone. SPX is running. High of year. Up 100. World is good. BABA took off. Everything's running. China's running. Caterpillar's running. Can Boeing take out 372? That's all you got to know. If it takes out 372, it's going to have some serious fun. Okay. Goldman garbage. Goldman Sachs garbage. Sometimes garbage turns to gold. And JP Morgan took off, and it's going to high of year and about to break. I would not be surprised to see Goldman Sachs 239. Possible breakout. Let's see what happens. If it happens, SPX is going to run. Now today, the SPX is flying. He's already through high of year. 29.21, 29.36 possible. And this little crook we rolled up. We'd made 4 points on our SPXs early, but he didn't give us the next ones. But today they're going to blow through the roof. Very, very interesting. Okay? Google. Look at Google. Google hasn't moved. Every bit of news is bad on Google. But on expiration week, are they buying? 1183, 1203, 1206, and then explosion if it happens. Can it get there? Don't know. Steve's probably showing you 1190. He's showing 1190. Just look. If it gets through. It looks like it's getting through. 1192, 1193 hard, but then it's gone. Amazon. The news on Amazon, here's why people, 2 reasons. One, here's why people don't know what they're talking about. Then here's why people get pissed off at Sam. This generates trolls. This creates trolls. Because somebody like the EU comes out and says, we're going to go look at Amazon. And Sam says, it's going to take 3 to 5 years for them to look at Amazon, and you don't know what you're talking about. Do you know EU finds Google, and they don't get paid till 8 years later, and it's in court? Do you really think something is going to happen to Amazon? It's a one-day event. If this takes out 1944, then you got a huge 1952 and an accelerator in 1959. Different numbers say 1959 takes you to 1977 and could be 10 minutes through that 1958 accelerator. Okay, Apple. If China retaliates with rare earths, and they're not going to do nothing today. The retaliation comes Monday. Okay? If there's going to be a next wave of retaliation, it comes Monday. Okay, now you guys should know, why would the retaliation come Monday? If you want to type it in as a quiz, type it in. We'll see if you're paying attention. Okay? They already did a piece of the retaliation. Does the other retaliation come Monday? Okay. Well, it's because the tariffs go into effect Monday. Okay? Very straight. I mean, I don't give you anything hard. Okay? Simple. Okay. BKNG. Now, some people got all excited yesterday and they bought some BKNG. It got through this 1924 area, which was a huge number. But it's got one more number, 1953, and then it's off to the races for maybe 60, 70, 80, 90 points. Can it get there? Very, very possible. Let's see what happens. Okay? Steve beat up Baidu. Very nice call. Baba, way up to 166. Let me tell you, this 166, 168 was when we were going to talk to China. Does it take it out and rip? Very possible. But know this on Baba. We could easily rip today and rip tomorrow. But Monday morning, if you come in and China does secondary tariffs or pisses off Trump and goes against ag or something, it goes down 10. If they don't do anything, this may be set to run. Wow. Fun. Wow. Okay. Is Google unplayable? No. Google looks like it's ready to go. Text looks like it's ready to go. People are saying they got another Netflix upgrade. I didn't see it. If somebody sees it, let us know. We're going to do great. Look, we got...
Guggenheim.
Say again?
Guggenheim updated.
No, that was yesterday. That was the 420 yesterday.
Okay.
We have so much Boeing, it's amazing. Because it's a breakout. You accelerate on breakouts. Okay? Very straightforward. Very, very straight. Today's going to be fun. We got Tesla, loaded 200 of them. Those are going to do nice. Netflix is going to rip. We bought the 375s. We're back in there. he's about to go. Goldman Sachs is taking off. That's telling you SPX is taking off. Here comes Amazon. Now he's up to 11. This thing can go to 30. If Google takes off, he's going to run. Managing your account 101, so many great messages, and then one or two messages of people saying, I just screw up. I screw up all the time. I mean, I have a big problem with you being up $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10. I mean, I get the same message, but a little bit different because it's harder on Tillery. You can't go in at the ask. If the bid is 1 and the ask is 20, you can't go in at 1. I mean, that's just dumb. Okay, but you can't not sell it. I mean, Sam had 100 Tillery 130s. Yesterday at the open, they would have been worth $1 million and 1.1. By the time it got to 290, 300, it would have been worth 1.7 million. Let's say it was worth 1.6. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have even given me 1.5. There's no way he would have even given me 1.5. He wouldn't have. I would have had to take $100,000 loss. Now, Sam has a relationship with Fidelity that lets him sell the stock, exercise and sell the stock instantaneously. They do that for me. Okay? But you have risk there because if you go exercise a stock, you own the stock, and if it drops 100 points in 2 minutes, you lose money on the stock. So I would have taken $100,000 less in Tillery. Now, Steve is over here shaking his head. I know he is because I can see him. I can't see him, but I'm presuming I can see him. Saying, Sam, you're an absolute idiot. Who would take $100,000 loss? Not a loss. You buy it at $40,000, it's worth $1.6 million. If he won't give you $1.5 million and you want out, because you absolutely knew if 302 didn't hold on Tillery, it was going to drop 20. And then you knew it would drop 40. And then if you knew if anything drops 40, it drops 80. Right? And Mark is saying, that's not a loss if you made 1.5. Absolutely, you're right, Mark. See, so Mark is thinking correctly here. This is a mindset. This is great comment, Mark. It's not about if you're selling Netflix. I could have sold it for 9.7. I tried 9.7, 9.5, 9.2, 8.5, 8, and then it went to 6. Just get out. If you want out, just get out. Same thing with Tillery. You got to trade it. But here's the thing: what I would have done with Tillery, if he wouldn't have, I wouldn't have taken the 1.5. What I would have done is I would have immediately tried to sell the 140s or the 150s or the 160s or the 170s because you're creating a spread, and maybe he would have given you that. But you've seen how fast it dropped. Huge risk. Today, Tesla gets fun. Boeing's going to blow up if it goes. Netflix takes out 376. You're going to have a day of ages because I've been saying SPX gets through high of year. You are going to have a buying panic. What's going on, Mr. Steve? Give us your opinions, buddy.
We've got a little different look to today than we've had for the last 2 weeks. And I've been saying I like Baidu a lot more than Baba. Baba's a tool of the devil. And when it ran, I couldn't believe it. I tried to roll up and I was like, wow, it's just going. Oh my gosh. So that you can see that it's got a ramp for tomorrow. I think that this rally looks like, it's going to go today and continue tomorrow. And there's been a number of stories written about China. Now, one of the things that hit the market yesterday for a little bit was when the one of the Chinese premiers, I forget his status, but anyway, said that, well, we'll just quit selling to the U.S. You're right. Who's going to take up that slack? Or are they going to sell $300 billion or $500 billion or $100 billion worth of new goods? Are they going to send it to Venezuela? That's one of their new partners, where I see that Colombia wants to put up a wall because they're being overrun with Venezuelans starving to death coming in the country. Anyway, so this tells me that people in the know say that China is going to negotiate. The other thing, everybody's been worried, okay, I got to talk politics for just a slight deal, because here's an article on the front page of the Startup Business Insider. Everybody's waiting for something to happen to Trump before they decide we're going to negotiate or we're going to do this. And here's, we're in the fourth quarter, Mueller's talking about this investigation is ending. Part of it is that they're going to come out with all the information. And of course, the FBI and NSA don't want them to come out with it, but it's coming out, trust me. So some other articles out there. Here it is. China is reportedly planning to slash import tariffs as soon as next month. And then you've got the Trump Mueller thing ending. So I mean, we're in rally mode, but I think we're going to see a few different things that look really good. I was going to see if there's another article in here that we wanted to talk about. Amazon's launching a new shopping service that steals a page out of Instagram. There was an article in here on Goldman Sachs. Oh, it's in another one. Part of the reason Goldman Sachs took off yesterday was they have a new app that everybody likes, which I wasn't aware of. I'm not app happy. I'm sure you iPhone people are. Let's talk about some of the top stories. Facebook, Twitter starring as potential EU sanctions. That's part of why Netflix came down yesterday. They got thrown into that. Lowe's is coming back because of the hurricane. Of course, HD's been on a huge run. Square sets its sights on restaurant. Here we are. Goldman Sachs has a hot app that other firms are pushing to invest in. Walmart finally got into New York City. They've been trying that for 50 years. Shop, they think might have a cab. Are they going to also talk about this? This is like a cannabis catalyst. That's hard to say. How about it just a pot explosion? Alphabet, Google security sounds warning about Bitcoin. Okay. If you just type in, if you guys don't have a really great security settings on your computer, don't type in the word Bitcoin in Google search. Otherwise, you'll be attacked by a million different people looking to get whatever you got. Amazon targeted by EU probe on data concerns. Apple waiting for their wireless, hasn't happened. YouTube, Alphabet takes new approach to YouTube gaming. Okay, gaming offering, that's a key word. And they're talking about Netflix. This is a Guggenheim that came yesterday, I guess. Alibaba. Ma said that he's not going to create 1 million jobs in the U.S. that he was going to. I didn't see him create any to begin with. So, all right. And something interesting that is pretty rare happened on the McClellan oscillator yesterday. And that is, we had a pretty good sized rally yesterday, but not everything anticipated. And so on that, the McClellan oscillator was minus 46. The Dow finished up fairly high, but there were a lot of if you remember, the RUT was lower, the SOX was barely up, and a lot of other stocks. So it went lower. Okay, so what's that mean? We've got this coiled spring right here, and we have a lot of room on the upside. Sure, can we go lower? But it's been holding this minus 130, 150 area. So, and there's this number of stocks that we've had that have run on Fridays, and they used to all three run in tandem, and that would be Facebook, Netflix, and Apple. Right now, Facebook looks like it's getting out of there, and it's going to break out a little bit. The cloud's not quite as good as a couple others that we've got here. But Instagram, they keep talking about that. So as Facebook has problems, Instagram is doing much better. So you got to look at Apple. And I sold my Apple calls yesterday at the close. I bought them on the dip and sold them right at the end of the day. Makes me look a little stupid here. This isn't a great looking chart, but it's up $2. I'm thinking tomorrow, definitely, this thing is probably going to make it all the way to the top of the channel. The cloud doesn't look real good right now, but if it breaks out right here, which it has the potential to, there's a couple other charts that look pretty well. Look at this cap. I mean, it looks better than Boeing. Boeing has a tendency to lift off. Looks like Boeing's probably going to run Friday. Boeing, if you remember, has had some incredible Fridays also. Google charts kind of flat, but we're going to break out of this is what I call a jailbreak, when we break out of the cloud and above, and it's going to open above, and it looks like it's probably going to the top of the channel right here. So, and it will probably do it fairly quickly. Those are the ones that are interesting. And this Goldman Sachs looks like it's going to keep going. Look at this, probably run again Friday. Part of the reason is that app. People think that things are going to change a little bit politically, and the rate's getting up there. So we're just about to 3.1% on the 10-year. And this is also the 10-year anniversary of when the SPY and the market started down. Today's the day. All right, so from that low 10 years ago, the SPY is 4 times higher than what it was. And look at this ramp. I mean, most of the ramps that we've got are showing tomorrow, right? There's a few like CAT that look like they're going to go today, and some of these charts are going to change today, like Apple here. This we'll see right here where this is going to turn up by tomorrow. It's probably going to have a ramp. So I think today's a day that you can get into some of these things and hold them for an additional run. It just has that feeling to me. And then Trump's trying to talk down oil right now, which means he's not really thinking about China. So, and everything looks like that they think a deal is going to get done with China. And you saw that one article saying that they're going to knock down import tariffs. So that's the other reason. We got a lot of reasons to rally today. So I think it's a big day.
Nice. Things are looking very good. Very, very nice. Baidu's going. That's telling you China's dead. Netflix is close. Can it get through? Tesla's close. Can it get through? Boeing close. Can it really explode? This is going to be fun. Let's see what happens. Okay. Let's get. Ooh. That's what happened. Oh, I did it wrong. Okay. So the recording is already going. I didn't want that on the recording, but it's on. Okay. We'll let it go for today. Okay. Goldman Sachs. Okay, good morning, everybody. Here's this piece, the other piece. This thing is auto recording since we started this new thing, so screw me up. Okay, Goldman Sachs breaking up. The banks are breaking up, taking the SPX up. 30-point rip. That would be interesting. Very, very nice. Let's see what happens here. 339 hard, 341 Gorilla Beast. If it gets through, really, really, really accelerates. Okay, let's see what happens there. SPX up 9.5, so let's say 10. You're at 29.18. You're through high of year. How far does it go? 29, 21, 29.36, 29.39. Very, very possible. Big, big, big run. Baba, running through 167, 169, 171. Huge, and it's running in tandem with Baidu. Nice. Downside, probably Baba has good upside, unless Trump comes out and says something, has good upside, and then your risk is Monday. When the Trump tariffs go into place, does China do something else, and do we have more issues? If it doesn't, it takes off and it's gone. Okay, so let's keep an eye on that. That's Baba. Baidu, way better. 133, 139 can be stunningly fast right now. 139 possible. Downside, back to 226 now. 226. BKNG, let's see if it gets through. Let's see if it gets through. Huge, hard 1952. If it's through, it's at 1993, and we got a 40 banger. They can get to 40. Wow. Facebook is on the screen, just watching it because the news flow is as bad as it is. It's not going down, so that means it's better. Okay, so keep an eye on that. Roku, a little bit better. Put it back on the screen, watching it. Any trade over 73 close can move it to 76. It's a hard trade. You don't make enough. I mean, and look, if I buy something for $2, I don't want to make $2. It's too hard. I want to make $7. Okay, so just know that. Google, 1183 is big. 1183, and then 1190, 192, 1203, very possible if they buy everything. Apple, over 120, 120, 130. 124. 124. So here is saying, Sam, you said yesterday SPX opens up 10. Yeah, we knew it because he wouldn't. The ratio was bad. Now, somebody said, oh, the ratio can correct the other way. It can, but it tells you the SPX is going to be strong. So let me diverge here for a minute. So say the Dow was up 200 yesterday and the SPX is only up 4. Okay, so the Dow can correct and not the SPX, but that means that would say the Dow is even and the SPX is up 4 again today. See, and the ratio would be way better. So this looked like an up opening, and it's way up opening. Okay, so very interesting, right? Because it gets back to that 10-to-1 over time. Okay, Amazon. Watch 1943 in the first 5 minutes. If it takes it out and holds, 1952, 1958, massive accelerator, and you can have a run like you haven't seen. NVIDIA is going down. Somebody knows why NVIDIA just tanked. Okay. I don't even have NVIDIA on the screen. Why? Because Micron and the semis are just not a good play right now. And NVIDIA, till he brings down NVIDIA and he learns, he will learn when nobody plays him like me. He will learn that when a stock in a great day it's moving $5 and he wants $2 of premium, $4 out, right? Very interesting. Yeah, I mean, if he's going to do that, I'm not going to play it. I'm going to go move on. Okay. Boeing. 369, if it gets to 369, 371, 372, and does it explode? Very possible. Watch this one yesterday. So Boeing did this not yesterday, the day before. It opened up only about 1, and then it crawled up 8. Very possible today. Let's see what happens here. Netflix, up nicely, but not huge. It's not through 371. Watch it, 371, interesting. Does it take off? Tilray still on the screen, watching it up and down. Very hard to play. When he was dropping, I was trying to look at calls and puts, both sides, and you can't even buy them. You know, I mean, you can't. Look, I have no problem of losing a point or 2 points on the buy. If he's at 2 to 4, yeah, I'll give him the 4. But when he's trading them 1 to 10, I'm not going to give him 10. That's just dumb. Okay, so it makes them untradeable. Tesla looks like a breakout. See if 306 comes in the first 5 minutes. Maybe insane. Okay, Kron, premium jump yesterday and holding off Tillery Tandem, cheaper than Tillery, yeah. NVIDIA down on Morgan Stanley review of GeForce. NVIDIA doesn't trade on GeForce. The headlines trade it, but look, if all NVIDIA did was GeForce and they did video cards, NVIDIA would be trading at $50, right? it trades on AI. Okay, so let it go down. Baidu, wow, manufactured in China is planning to cut average tariff rates on imports from the majority of its trading partners as soon as next month, including the U.S., for fulfilling a previous pledge as tariff wars takes bite. Wow. If they do that, you're going to wake up and Baba's going to be up 10 to 15. EU Silk Railroad in China is larger plans. Don't really understand everything. You got to be more specific. Why didn't you buy Friday expiration? So look, here's the thing. I give you information. You decide what to do with it. Look, I could have bought SPX, or I could have bought Boeing. I could have bought SPX and put in $4 for the 120s, for the 2920s, $4. Okay? They got down to 3. Yeah, I would have got a double. Or I could have bought $100,000 in Boeing and see if I can get a 10x. This is why people get upset. They're like, oh, well, you said this, but you didn't buy. Can I buy every single thing that's out there? Look, trade your account. I give you the information. If you like it, go buy it. I knew SPX was going to go today, but I can make more money in other stuff, in my opinion, so I buy the other stuff. Okay? Doesn't mean it's bad. It just means that you can't buy 10 positions. And let's say I bought SPX, and let's say I bought Boeing, and let's say I bought Netflix. I have to watch 3, 4, 5 positions where I have 100, 200, 300 contracts trying to get out. Can you get out fast enough? Okay? Very straightforward. Never, ever, ever, ever do a market order on Netflix or anything. If you put your order in 10 cents below or 5 cents below or 20 cents below, you can't get screwed. Okay? Don't ever do that. Same thing with the buy. Don't ever put in a market order. Just put the price where you want, up or down. Baba, 168. Yes, 168. 169. 171 if we really take off. Trump going to do something about Baba after Jack Ma's comments? I don't think so. Because Trump changed what he was going to do. Is Eventbrite IPO around 20 worth an IRA play? Don't know enough about it. I will look. Netflix 371 would be the next number. 371, 373, 376 beast. Worried about a Trump tweet after hours? Trump tweet should be factored into your thinking forever. Forever. On anything. Okay? And that's what we know. That's what we know. Okay, everybody have a great, great trade day. See you in chat. Thank you, Mr. Steve. Fun happens. Tesla taking off. Can Netflix rip through? Boeing, fun happens. SPX, rippy, rippy mode. Boom. See ya. Thanks.